there guys, this is Brutski. Welcome to a cheeky little bit of GRAN TURISMO SPORT. You can see my driver rating there is a C. So, I'm not one of these top guys. I don't know the names for every corner and every track in the world, but I just love the game. I'm getting a bit better at it now. I finally made the switch to manual transmission, and I feel like I'm falling back in love with it again. And it's been a while since I've made some content on anything, on any channel, and I wanted to just kind of kickstart that again and get them juices flowing. So here we go, starting the race, starting in 9th. Cheeky little, Group 3, 4-lapper, no problems. As already, we've got a couple of people off into the wall. I don't know what that's all about. I didn't really catch it, but and that's one of the things. Around Suzuka, especially any track where there's like a chicane right before, Nürburgring as well would be a typical one. If you start a little bit further back, and Suzuka, I'd say anywhere further than 7th, you're going to basically be starting in that chicane. So 1st and 2nd are usually gone by the time you build up a head of steam, which, it makes it perhaps a little bit too difficult. Maybe they should kind of let everyone filter onto the straight so they can put the power down before they start, but whatever, it is what it is. We're cracking on. The first lap, a little bit uneventful, nothing really happens, just kind of keeping with this pack as, 3rd goes a little bit wide, and so he comes back into this fight here. But you see 2nd in the distance there. 1st is pretty much gone, 2nd not far behind. But I'm thinking from 9th, I've already made 2 places. I'm not a million miles away from 6th. It was right behind 5th, it was right behind 4th, as 3rd goes wide. And my god, okay, so the German slips up on a 3rd, the Spaniard slips right down to 7th behind me. I'm in a slipstream of 5th here, and things are looking quite rosy right now. My aim when I started the race was pretty much trying to top 5. I thought that was realistic. Within 4 laps, I feel reasonably fast around here. For reference, I think the fastest guy, what was it, a 2:03 or was it a 2:02? So not bad. He's a few seconds off the fastest top 10 guys in the world, which is a long time in racing terms. A few seconds is a long time, and I was a couple of seconds off him. So I'm like 5 seconds usually. That's a typical kind of measurement. I'm usually 5 seconds slower than the top 10 guys. But I'm finding that I'm getting better. I'm trying to push the limits. It's very difficult around Suzuka to push those limits because the track, the track is very unforgiving. You dip your tire even slightly wide onto some of the darker green or the grass or the gravel, and it will, as Super GT would say, that will suck you off hard. So, as I think I have a little wobble actually, not too far away from here. I don't know if it's just around this corner, if it's the next lap, but I nearly lose it at some point. As yep, there it is. So, it's pushing the limits, but within your comfort zone to a degree. You don't want to be pushing the car right to the limit, or you're gonna risk absolute failure, which I'd rather. I've already made 3 places. It's a short race, so I've already probably done a bit better than I thought I would anyway. I was hoping, like I said, to get top 5, but they're just getting away a little bit, and I'm getting sucked into this guy behind me who's right up on my chuff. But taking this corner quite well, just getting back into the swing of things. And there's always this possibility where you have a few cars, or maybe even just 2, just battling a bit as I get a little bit of a push there. It was kind, or unfortunately, I get a bit of negative safety rating for that. I don't quite know why. I don't know what I did wrong, but the Spaniard ahead, and there it is. There's the mistake. Whether it was just feeling under pressure, but he's got a terrible run out of there into the chicane, and he's going to carry that all the way through the chicane and out of it again. And there's a little bit of contact ahead again, and I'm just going to stick it around the outside. The German's got a penalty somewhere, so maybe it was him that pushed the Spaniard off? We don't really know. I'm not going to look back at it. But it's helped us out. We've gained another place. It's unfortunate that, as I get quite close through here, I think, yep. It's unfortunate if you look in the rear view, both of them I think went wide there, but Venom Kid's coming through quite strong, and remember that name for the next lap. But it's my ability to put a maneuver on someone and overtake them isn't great. It's one of the things that I think if I could figure it out, I would probably be making a couple more places every race, because I get very close to the back of both of these guys on a few occasions, and I'm not able to make those passes count. Yet again, I'm getting close, but there's no room. There is no room for me to put these moves on. So what do you do? I mean, I'm asking you guys, that's an open question. If anyone has any advice on what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I am using a controller. I am using manual transmission, so I've got that at least. But since I'm on the controller, I'm not comfortable without the traction control, so I do have that on too. At all times, I'm aware you can be faster without it, but I don't have the confidence or the skill for that yet. So that is my one crutch at the moment. Everything else, I try and turn it off. I don't like a lot of assists. I don't like to feel like I'm not driving the car. I like to feel like it's mostly me. A bit of traction control I don't think is the worst thing in the world. I would ideally have a good wheel, but I don't know where I would put it right now, quite honestly. As the German serves his penalty, he's going to tuck back into fourth place, and I'm going to get a little close for comfort right here behind this Ferrari. Whoa, I can just about smell what he had for breakfast right there. But it's keeping close, and third is right there. So I'm at this stage of the race, going at the last lap, where third is a distinct possibility, and now I've kind of got, I've got a bit of a gap behind me, 2.5 seconds to Venom Kid, and I've got this thought in my head that, okay, I can get third here, I can get a podium, I can get the glitter falling, the confetti falling on my guy after the race. But they're battling, and are they paying much attention to me, or are they just focusing on the fact that they're having their own little battle there, and I'm just kind of quietly sat behind them. They haven't been able to shake me. I was wondering at this point as well, if this race was twice as long and pit stops were involved, what would I be able to do then? Maybe I would probably lose my concentration at some point and just bin it entirely. But as he goes wide, the German slips back at front, so they're very much putting each other under this pressure, and they're bottling a little bit. And here, this is the big moment for me. So this is where everything changes. So I thought I had the room. To put it up the inside. It turns out I didn't for whatever reason. Did he cut back on me a bit more than I thought? Yeah, probably. But maybe it was my fault. I tried to let him back through, and Venom Kid, with his 2.9 second penalty, comes screaming through as well. The German's gone off. He's binned it. His race is pretty much over. And I try to put it back through on Venom Kid, but he's not happy. I don't think he's happy that I tried to cut him off initially, because I didn't want him coming through when I let the other guy through. And I don't think he's happy that I then took him again. But I thought that was a pretty fair racing move. A bit of contact, but look at the replay, and he's really trying to ram me off the road now. So, it's difficult. And then I take the racing line through. He is right alongside me, and he loses it on the outside. I get a 2-second penalty. Watch the replay. Bang! He nudges me, to put it mildly, right into the tyres, but he's got a massive penalty, so I'm aware if I serve mine and just scream across the line as fast as I can, keep an eye on it, because he's there. Is he going to serve it in time? No, he's not going to serve it in time. Get myself across the line. So what's gone from, potentially fighting for a podium finish has ended 5th. And I mean, in fairness, looking back at it, I started 9th, I'll take 5th. 5th is not bad. Venom Kid, he started last, didn't put a qualifying lap in for whatever reason, but he was fast in the race. And credit to him, he finished 6th from 15th, which is a massive jump. So he'll be disappointed not to finish higher, I'm sure, but I think we can both be pretty happy with that. And that's the end of the race, guys, the end of the commentary. Thank you for watching, if you have. hope to see you again. I enjoyed doing this. See you later.